Hello, everyone. This is Nate Miller with Sports Inside the Box with Nate Miller here on the Mute Mogul Media Network on YouTube. Hope everyone is having a great day. Hope you're all getting ready for the holiday season. I know I am. I'm actually planning to fly to Florida on December 22nd, and I'll be there through the 29th. So I'll try to do a video. I'll try to do a video in that time. It might be kind of tough because I'll be around family that I haven't seen in years actually. So I will try to sneak away to make a quick video for you guys. And so yeah, so it is. Can't believe it's this time of year already. It is, the time of year it is. It's the baseball off season, but there's still a lot to talk about for Major League Baseball, and it's just that's one of the things I love about the sport. It's it's complex. It really is. So, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. It is complex. It is kind of. It means. I just knocked something over. It is complex, and it means a lot to. It means different things to different players. Excuse me. Let me give you an example. Right now, the New York Yankees are trying to sign Garrett Cole, pitcher for, right as of this moment, he pitches for the Houston Astros, but that most likely won't be the case for much longer. The Yankees have approval from their ownership group to offer Garrett Cole a record contract. It's going to have everything you can think of. It's going to have the years. It's going to have the dollar figures. It's just going to be insane. Insane. In fact, I'd be surprised if it's under 10 years. Under 10 years and $200 million. So, although, if it was 200 plus million, it wouldn't really be a record deal. I mean, Bryce Harper sort of sealed up that deal a year ago with his 13-year deal with the Phillies, $330 million, which it's got to be nice to be Bryce Harper. Despite the fact that his old team, the Washington Nationals, won the World Series this year, the year that they lost Bryce. But I mean, like I said, it's a complex game. That's how it works sometimes. And with Garrett Cole, you got to ask yourself, how is he handling this? I mean, I'm sure he wants the deal. Who wouldn't want the deal? But how is he preparing himself for it? Is he, just kind of preparing himself mentally? I mean, first of all, you have to go into the negotiations with your agent. I mean, your agent kind of handles things for you, but you're still there. You're still there in the meetings, and it's like, how do you process the dollar figures that they're going to be throwing at you, and how do you process the dollar figures that you're going to be throwing at them, if any? Very rarely do two sides come together right away. It's not like the Yankees are going to say, hey, here is, 7 years and $150 million. And there's very little chance that Garrett Cole and his people are going to be fine with that right away. I mean, there's going to be some haggling. There's going to be some haggling. There's going to be some negotiations on both sides. So it's going to take a little while. Probably not as long as the Bryce Harper deal did last year. And I mean, first of all, it already looks like um, Garrett Cole is going to go to the Yankees. That's like kind of a foregone conclusion by now. I mean, there's always surprises. There could be a mystery team that swoops in and grabs him. But right now, it looks like he's going to go to the Yankees, and yeah, it's going to be good for everybody. The Yankees haven't won the World Series since 2009. They're definitely looking for. They're definitely looking to get back there. Um, they came close last year. Well, a little closer last year than they have in years past. Um, and who knows if this signing of Garrett Cole will work in their favor as far as getting a World Series title. So, I mean, time will tell. Time will tell if Garrett Cole is going to. Well, first of all, if he's going to sign with the Yankees, and how much it's going to be for, and and then on the other end of things, if you're a player who's sort of Garrett Cole is young. Garrett Cole is very young. I mean, he still has a lot of years left. And on the other end, if you're a player who is, has a lot of years behind him, and you're kind of getting up there in age, um, how do you handle that? I mean, a lot of guys end up taking pay cuts. A good example of this would be Alex Avila, catcher, veteran catcher for several years now. At least, I think 11 years. 11 years. He's 32 years old, which is getting old for a catcher. Getting older for a catcher. He actually took a pay cut this offseason already. He just signed a deal with the Minnesota Twins for 1 year and $4.25 million. I mean, yes, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, but for him, for baseball players in general, that's a pay cut. That really is a pay cut. I mean, he was making at least $9 million a year, maybe 10. I don't know, and about $4.25 million over 1 year. I mean, still a tremendous, tremendous living for playing 1 year of baseball. Granted, it's at the most demanding position, and but for him, that's a pay cut. For a lot of guys, that would be a pay cut. For a lot of guys in the league and a lot of guys in professional sports, you're not going to, unless it's the last, season of his career, you're not going to see LeBron James signing anywhere for $4.25 million. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, and that kind of tells you the mindset of a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys are realizing that they are getting older, and they kind of have to take what they can get by now. So it kind of says a lot about Alex Avila, and he grew up around the game. His father, Al Avila, who is now the general manager of the Detroit Tigers, was working in front offices ever since Avila was a kid. Alex Avila was a kid, and so I mean, Avila knew what he was getting in for. In fact, Al Avila, he was working in the Tigers front office at the time that the Tigers drafted Alex Avila. And he didn't want Al Avila didn't want Alex Avila to be drafted by the Tigers just because he didn't want the family dynamic in there. He didn't want drama. He didn't want he didn't want people to think that he was playing favorites. Or that they were playing favorites, the Detroit Tigers, I mean. So it's a very, very complex game. And like I said, Garrett Cole, Alex Avila, two very different mindsets at this time. Now, Alex Avila probably a little bit more at peace with his deal. I mean, it's already done. I think they might have to do a physical or something, but it's done. I mean, he was signed by the Minnesota Twins yesterday, I think. It was 1 year, $4.25 million. So his deal is done. He can enjoy the holidays now with his family. And so yeah, yeah. Now Garrett Cole, on the other hand, will he be able to enjoy the holidays, or will this sort of eat away at him a little bit if it's not done by the holidays, which it very well couldn't be. So we'll definitely see. We will definitely see. Ask yourself, how would you handle this? How would you handle this if you were Garrett Cole? Um, Obviously, you want the high dollar figure, you want the job security, you want the years on your contract. And how would you handle this? Would you go into the boardroom and the negotiation room, whatever they call it, the negotiation room with your agent? And I mean, and I guess it kind of depends on what your agent tells you to do. But would you be vocal, or would you just kind of sit back, let your agent talk things over with the front office, and only speak when spoken to? In his case, I hope it's the latter. I hope he, kind of, uh, I hope he stays calm in that situation and just kind of lets, I don't know if he's represented by Agent Scott Boras or not, but whoever his agent is, or agents, a lot of guys have more than one. They're going to tell him what to do. They're going to tell him how to act. Probably what to say. How firm the handshake should be. Never underestimate the power of a good handshake grip, especially in that situation. But I've asked myself this, kind of a couple times over the past few days when I was preparing for this video. How would I handle that? Now, personally, I don't have much of a business background, and that's a lot of things that these guys pick up, as their career progresses. They kind of become a little bit business savvy because they have to go into meetings like this all the time. So I don't know how well versed Garrett Cole is in business. I don't know don't know what's going to happen, really. So, but one thing is for sure, he's going to get paid. He is going to get paid. The Yankees, like I said, have the approval of their ownership group, Hal Steinbrenner, George's son. He is the control person for the New York Yankees. GM Brian Cashman is going to do whatever he can to sign Garrett Cole. Now that CC Sabathia is retired, and that was unfortunate because he was taken out of his last game last year with an injury. That's probably the last time that we'll ever see CC Sabathia pitch in a major league game. I believe it was his shoulder injury. But anyway, I would love to be there. I would love to be a fly on that wall in that boardroom. Just to see how this gets done, how things are handled by both sides. Is it going to be a friendly meeting? Is it going to be a tense meeting? What is going to happen? So it's going to be very interesting. So, all I can say is good luck to both sides, to the Yankees and to Garrett Cole, and to any mystery teams out there that might try to sign him. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. So, all right. So, and like I said, it's the off season. No games being played until the end of March, but there's going to be a lot of things to talk about. There's already a lot of things to talk about, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I love this time of year. As far as baseball goes, I love this time of year in general, but as far as baseball goes, I mean, there's nothing better. You have the winter meetings, which are in Las Vegas, right? Actually, no, excuse me. They're in San Diego this year. They're happening right now. All teams are there. I'm sure Garrett Cole's people are there. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great offseason. So, anyway, that's my show for this week. You've been watching the Sports Inside the Box with Nate Miller here on the Mute Mogul Media Network on YouTube. I will talk to you guys next week. Have a great day.